So yung lesson natin in our today's session ay napapatungkol regarding about the Newton's Law of Motion. At syempre, ito ngayon yung ating panimula ng ating lesson. Ating ngayong pag-uusapan ng Newton's Law of Motion. Kapag sinasabing Newton's Law of Motion, ito yung dapat nating agad na maiisip at pumasok sa mind natin. Newton's Law of Motion describe the physical relations between forces acting on a body and the motion of the body. So yan lang ang simpleng definition ng Newton's Law of Motion. And meron tayong 3 laws of motion na pag-uusapan in this session. Actually, ito yung 3. Yung una, ito yung tinatawag nating Newton's first law of motion or tinatawag ding law of inertia. Yan ang ating first law. Second law of motion, wherein force is equals to mass times acceleration. Mamaya, mas maliliwanagan kayo regarding about Newton's first law of motion or law of inertia, and at the same time ng Newton's second law of motion, wherein force equals to mass times acceleration. Or the third one, we have the Newton's third law of motion, o ang tinatawag nating action force is equal to reaction force, or pwede ring sabihing interaction force, yung ating third law of motion. So I repeat, we have the 3 laws of motion. First, we have the Newton's first law or the law of inertia, followed by the Newton's second law of motion, and then the Newton's third law of motion. So ano ba ang kaibahan ng 3 laws na yan? Ano ba yung pagkakaiba ng 3 laws of motion natin? At yan ngayon ang ating pag-aaralan within the whole session. So magsimula muna tayo regarding about the Newton's first law of motion o ang ating tinatawag na law of inertia. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng Newton's first law of motion or ng law of inertia natin? This law of motion states that an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless an external force acts upon it. Halimbawa, tumatakbo ang kotse sa tulin na 20 km per hour. Constant ang speed ng kotse. Ibig sabihin, ang kotse natin nasa Newton's first law of motion. Hanggat ang movement nito is constant, hindi nagbabago ng tulin. Unless merong force na magpapahinto sa kotse. Can you follow? Nasa Newton's first law of motion ng kotse na tumatakbo ng 20 km per hour hanggat ito ay hindi umiinto at nagbabago ng tulin. But the time na pinahinto na yung sasakyan o inapakan yung brake ng driver, wala na tayo no sa Newton's first law of motion noon. Hindi na yon Newton's first law of motion. Kapag biglang nagbago or merong changes sa pagtakbo ng kotse or ng vehicle. Pero kapag yan tuloy-tuloy lang, hindi nagbabago ng tulin, Newton's first law of motion tayo. Ulitin ko ang first law of motion. This law of motion states that an object in motion tends to stay in motion unless an external force acts upon it. Continuation ng first law natin. It also states an object at rest will remain at rest. Halimbawa, ang ballpen ko nakapatong lamang sa mesa, law of inertia yun. Hanggat hindi nagagalaw o pinapagalaw ang ballpen at steady lang sa taas ng mesa, nasa first law of motion tayo. And ang application, yun ng law of inertia. Ulitin ko, no? It also states an object at rest will remain at rest unless an unbalanced force acts upon it. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng unbalanced force? Siyempre, kung sasabihin natin ang ibig sabihin ng unbalanced force, pag-uusapan din natin dito ang kaibaan niyan sa balanced force. At yan ngayon ang ating tatalakayin. Under pa rin tayo ng law of inertia. Under pa rin ng Newton's first law of motion or ng law of inertia. Ito yung ating explanation at illustration. Halimbawa, meron tayong isang truck or isang vehicle. And that is actually our vehicle. Let us say vehicle in motion. Ibig sabihin, tumatakbo yung sasakyan natin, yung vehicle. It is actually moving with a constant velocity. Nasa first law of motion tayo. Alimbawa yan ng law of inertia. Kapag ang sasakyan, constant ang velocity sa pagtakbo nito, walang nagbabago sa motion nito, walang nagpapahinto, nasa first law of motion tayo kasi constant ang velocity. Vehicle at motion with a constant velocity is actually an example of Newton's first law of motion or the law of inertia. Another one. Under pa rin ito ng Newton's first law of motion. Nasa first law of motion tayo or law of inertia kapag balance ang first. Ano bang ibig sabihin yan? Again, same figure. We have a vehicle or a truck. A vehicle at rest. Ibig sabihin, steady lang yung vehicle natin. Hindi yan tumatakbo. Walang nagpapagalaw. Balance ang force natin, Lord. Balance ang force. Kasi both sides, sa unahan at sa dulo, sa harapan, walang force na nai-apply sa object natin. Steady lang siya. Maliban lang yung nasa third law of motion pala yun, no? Mamaya. Yung action and reaction force, so mamaya na natin pag-usapan yun, no? So yung ating vehicle dito is at rest. So balance yung force. In this case, hindi gumagalaw yung sasakyan. Mawawala tayo sa first law of motion in this session kung yan, yung truck na yan may magpapagalaw. Hindi na yun application ng first law of motion. Pero kung yan standby lang, stagnant lang, steady lang, vehicle at rest, example yan ng law of inertia or Newton's first law of motion. Under pa rin lang Newton's first law of motion. Balance force. Same example. Yan. What if kung merong force na nagtutulak sa truck o sa vehicle, merong pushing force na i-apply sa truck natin. At ang force na yon ay may pwersa na 50 newtons or magnitude of 50 newtons sa unahan. And then sa harapan ng truck, may nako-contradict na force. 50 newtons din. Balance. Ibig sabihin, class, mga anak, Newton's first law of motion pa rin yan. Dahil kung same amount of force ang nai-apply, both sides, contradict sila ng direction, hindi pa rin gagalaw ang sasakyan. Ibig sabihin, mareretain lang yung posisyon ng sasakyan. Walang movement na mangyayari. Kasi equal yung forces being applied to the truck. Magkasalungat ang forces. Balance ang force natin. Sa makatuwid, hindi gagalaw yan. Newton's first law of motion example pa rin yan. Malinaw ba diskusyon natin, anak? Regarding about first law of motion? Malinaw ba?
Yes,
Malinaw ba ang pagkaka-discuss ng law of
Yes,
motion? Okay, first law of
Opo,
motion.
sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, proceed tayo. Vehicle stays still. Why? Because equal forces in opposite directions produce no motion. Hindi gagalaw ang object kapag sa magkabilang dulo, equal lamang ang forces na nai-apply sa isang object. Hindi yan gagalaw. Pero kapag yan ay gumalaw, hindi na yan first law of motion. Second law of motion na yon. Kasi merong force na nai-apply na nakapagpagalaw sa object. Or merong force na nai-apply na nakapagpahinto sa object. So yun lang ang ibig sabihin ng first law of motion. Hindi yan gagalaw unless may force na may apply. Or hindi yan iinto unless merong force na nai-apply doon sa object. Newton's first law of motion states that an object at rest will remain at rest unless an unbalanced force acts upon it. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng first law of motion. Anong ibig sabihin ng unbalanced force? Ito ang ibig sabihin ng unbalanced force. Again, we have the same figure, a vehicle or a truck. Let us say merong force na nai-apply na nagtutulak sa traktora natin o sa ating vehicle. At ang amount nito is 150 newtons. And then merong opposite force na 50 newtons. Sa palagay ninyo, saan pupunta ang truck? Pasulong ba o paatras?
Pasulong po, sir.
Pasulong. Kasi mas mataas ang puwersa nung araw nating papuntang right, which is 150 newton. Definitely, gagalaw ang vehicle kasi unbalanced ang force. 150 newtons dito, 50 newtons naman sa right na pabalik. So, contradict yung dalawang force. Opposite yung mga forces natin. Unequal opposing forces, ang ibig sabihin niya, no? Unequal opposing forces produce an unbalanced force causing motion. So, vehicle moves in this direction. Definitely, to the right. So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng unbalanced force para sa ating pag-aanda, para sa ating second law of motion. Pero ang first law of motion, kailangan balance force. Lesson learned. Tandaan niyo ito, no? Bilang pandagdag lang kaalaman para sa ating pinag-aaralan regarding about Newton's law of motion. Lagyan natin lang konting values education yung ating pinag-aaralan regarding about law of motion. A thing must not be at rest forever. Because not having any movements, functions will be useless. Things don't keep moving forever because there's almost always an unbalanced force acting upon everything. So kayo na ang balang magnilay-nilay doon sa mga statement na nabanggit ko, no? Personal opinion ko lang yung mga yan. Rest and motion are both important. Sa buhay ng tao, importante ang pagpapahinga. Sa buhay din ng tao, importante din ang movements. Hindi ka pwedeng magpahinga forever or else magiging useless ang function mo. Hindi ka naman pwedeng hindi gumalaw forever or else wala kang mararating. So yun lang ang lesson learned natin regarding about Newton's law of motion. So kailangan balance lang. Balance lang yung force. Okay, continue. And then, let me give you another example. No? A block of wood sliding across a table slows down and stops. Because of the force friction. Throwing a ball upward, it will eventually slow down, fall, and stop. Bakit daw ang block of wood uminto at nag-slow down and stops sa table. Epekto yon ng force of friction. Okay, another question. Throwing a ball upward, it will eventually slow down, fall, and stop. Sa palagay ninyo, anong porsang dahilan? Kanina, ang reason kung bakit uminto ang block of wood nung pinaslide natin sa mesa, ang reason, force. Anong klaseng force? Force of friction. Kaya naman, iniagis yung bola pataas. Eventually, uminto yan. Nahulog uli at uminto. Anong dahilan? Anong force ang tawag doon?
Gravitational force.
Okay, that's very good. Exactly. That is the reason. Because of the force of gravity. Now, ito yung bola natin. Iniagis ko. Definitely magmumove yan. Yan. Hanggang sa mabit na nito ang kanyang maximum height. Actually, this is an example of projectile, no? Kahit wala pa tayo. Ibinato ko yung bola papataas, kaya lang may certain angle. Whether we like it or not, pagdating sa taas, may angganan din ang ball. Kapag naris na yung angganan sa taas, iinto sa taas siya, and then bababa uli yan. The reason na bumaba yan, it is because of the gravitational force. The reason kung bakit pataas bumabagal yan, ang reason, gravitational force. At hindi ibig sabihin na bumaba na yan, yung bola, iinto na kagad yan. Tatalbog muna yan. Hanggang sa umiina yung pwersa. Pagtalbog ng isang beses, tatalbog uli yan. Hanggang sa magpagulong-gulong na lang. Yan. Actually, dalawa yung reason dyan eh. Gravity and friction. Nung nagpagulong-gulong na yan, friction na ang reason. Pero nung nagpatalbog-talbog pa yan, nung patalbog-talbog, gravity ang reason. Okay, ito yung reason. Because of the force of gravity, kaya uminto ang ball. Hanggang sa ito ay tuluyang uminto. Okay, throwing a ball upward, it will eventually slow down, fall, and stop. The reason? Because of the force of gravity. At nung nagpagulong-gulong na yan, ang reason naman, because of the force of friction. Dahil kahit gumugulong ang bola, yung edge ng ground, may effect yan. Napoproduce ng friction. Naintindihan ba natin ang discussion natin? Malinaw ba ang pagkakadiscuss ko ng dalawang halimbawa? Question?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, very clear. So yung block of wood uminto because of friction. Yung bola naulog at uminto ng dahil sa force of gravity. Another one. Another example. Ayan. Meron tayong ball sa taas ng T. Siguro, golf yan, no? Okay, ini susunod. So, anong gagawin sa golf ball na yan? Ang sabi, unless acted upon by an unbalanced force, this small ball would sit on the T forever. Unless acted upon by an unbalanced force, this small ball would sit on the T forever. Hindi yan gagalaw. Diyan lang yan. Hanggat walang force na nagpapagalaw. Sa makatuwid ang halimbawang yan, nasa Newton's first law of motion. Pero kapag yan ay pinalo at in-apply ang force, hindi na yon first law of motion. Pero dahil wala pang force na nai-apply, first law of motion example yan. Basic definition of terms. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng mass? Mass, it is the measure of the amount of matter in an object. It is measured in kilogram. Ang standard unit na ginagamit natin sa mass is kilogram. Pinag-aaralan natin ang mass dahil ang force, pag-aaralan ng mass dahil ang force is equal to mass times acceleration. Inertia. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng inertia? It is a property of an object that describes how much it will resist change to the motion of the object. More mass means more inertia. So yan ang ibig sabihin ng inertia. Now, friction. Unbalanced force that acts on an object in a motion. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng friction. At mayroong ibang klase ng friction. There are actually 4 main types of friction. Sliding friction. Example, sliding a book, ice skating. Rolling friction. Halimbawa nito, rolling a stone and bowling. Fluid friction. Air or water resistance. Static friction. Initial friction when moving an object. Yan ang iba't ibang klase ng friction at ang kani-kaniyang mga halimbawa. Ngayon naman, ating tatalakayin ang Newton's second law of motion. Sa Newton's second law of motion, ating pag-uusapan din dyan ang formula na force is equal to mass times acceleration. A force is always directly proportional to mass and its acceleration, the product of mass and acceleration. This law states that when a force acts on an object, it will cause the object to accelerate. Definitely. The larger the mass of the object, the greater the force will need to be to cause it to accelerate. Abang tumitindi yung force, mas lumalaki yung chance na mas tumuli ng paggalaw ng isang object. Kung mahina lang ang force, mabagal din ang movement ng object sa kanyang pag-accelerate. The acceleration of an object as produced by a net force is directly proportional to the magnitude of the net force in the same direction as the net force and inversely proportional to the mass of the object. So ano bang ibig sabihin niyan? Force equal mass times acceleration at yan ang ating formula. F is equal to mass times acceleration. Or maaari din nating sabihin na acceleration is equal to force over mass. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng ating Newton's second law of motion. Regarding with the Newton's second law of motion, ito pa yung sa nating halimbawa, no? Again, we have a vehicle, a moving truck. Meron siyang mass na dinadala o binubuhat, yung mass natin. Kargado siya ng vehicle natin. And at the same time, merong force na nai-apply sa traktora natin o sa ating vehicle. Dahil may force na nai-apply, wala namang nag-o-oppose, definitely, mag-accelerate ang sasakyan. Mag-accelerate ang ating truck. Newton's second law of motion. Kanina nasa rest siya, pero may nagtulak, gumalaw. Second law of motion yan. At dahil merong force na nai-apply, definitely mag-accelerate siya. Mas elaborate pa natin ang ating given example. Okay, speed increases. Kapag may acceleration, definitely may speed increases tayo. Mag-increase ang kanyang speed. Another example, same figure, a vehicle. So yun yung truck natin, no? Siyempre, may mass din karga yan. At the same time, kung kanina isang pwersa lang bibinigay natin, in-apply natin sa ating vehicle, ngayon, padadamiin natin. What will happen if more forces ang in-apply sa truck? Definitely, applying more force on an object, it will accelerate at a higher rate. Anong ibig sabihin nun? More acceleration. Mas matulin ang sasakyan. And speed increases faster. Definitely. So yan ang tinatawag nating Newton's second law of motion. E paano naman kapag matulin ang sasakyan? And then constant ang speed. Hindi nagbabago. Biglang inapakan yung brake. Newton's second law of motion yon. Kasi once ay inapakan mo yung brake na sasakyan, iinto yan. Iinto yan ng paunti-unti. Now, let us proceed to the Newton's third law of motion. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng Newton's third law of motion? Action force is equal to reaction force. This law states that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Ano bang ibig sabihin niyan? Again, yung track natin, track at rest. Kunwari, hindi gumagalaw yan. Definitely, ang track, may weight yan. Yung weight ng track, yun ang tinatawag nating action force. Yung bigat ng track. Siyempre, dahil meron tayong ground, kung saan nakapatong yung sasakyan, yung roadway natin, yung roadway ngayon magre-react. Definitely, meron tayong tinatawag na reaction force. Yung action force and reaction force, laging equal lang yan. Kung ano yung nai-apply na force, yun din ang magre-react. Lahat tayo, sa araw-araw, ina-apply natin ang Newton's third law of motion. Kapag meron lang tayong lawakan na bagay, definitely, merong third law of motion na nai-apply. Yung pwersa na nai-apply natin sa inawakan natin, ay yun din ang reaction force ng object sa atin. Ipinatong ko man ang kamay ko sa pader, definitely mayroong force akong may apply sa pader kapag ipinatong ko yung kamay ko. Kung ano yung amount ng force na in-apply ko sa pader, yun din ang force na babalik. Yan ang tinatawag nating law of gravity. Nakatayo ako, kung yung bigat ko, yun din ang reaction ng ground sa akin. Kung yung action force ko, yun din ang reaction force na babalik sa akin. So, ganyan lang ang ibig sabihin ng Newton's third law of motion. So, napaka-importante niyan sa ating araw-araw na pamumuhay. Daily, sigurado, kahit sino sa atin na i-apply ang third law of motion. So, ganyan lang kasimple yung discussion. Question so far? Wala ba kayong tanong? Question? Hello?
Wala po, sir.
Ano mga anak? Malinaw
Wala po,
ba
sir.
discussion natin?
Malinaw po.
Clear? Malinaw.
Okay po, sir.
Okay, thank you very much and God bless.